Hello. All right. I think we're live. Cool. Well, this is the first time I have done something like this. I've got some meditation live streams, but this is the first chatting live stream I'm doing. Um, my philosophy behind it is I just need to start. I've been wanting to do YouTube for a very long time. I've been wanting to stream as well for a fairly decent portion of time. So here we are. I don't really have a full plan. You can see the title. I believe it's why I'm inspired by P.F. Young and planning my content. And so yeah, I guess we should get into that. Using Cortex. So go first real live stream. Um, cool. So I'll start planning my content there, but um, yeah, I guess part of the reason why I've decided to do this today is thanks to in part PF Young. I would say I've been watching his content and I really like his very authentic style. Doesn't really, where he wants to tell the truth and whatever he believes, and the consequences be what they may be. I really like that. And I think, yeah, one of the reasons I didn't want to do this, well, it's not that I didn't want to do it. One of the reasons that I've not done this for a long time, um, is probably because I've been worried what people think. I've been worried, I think that it's not going to be good. Um, I, there's part of me that thinks, oh, it should be good. Oh, I should be good at this. This is something that I want to do. I should have some talent for it. Part of me probably believes I do have some talent for it, but then I yeah, then when it comes down to it, I don't get started. And, maybe part of that's like just general procrastination. But I think fear is a big thing where it's like, well, what if I do it and it's not good and it's not perfect and people tune off because the audio quality isn't good or because I haven't set up the broadcast right. Like even right now, I probably could have gone live uh, quite a maybe half an hour ago or something like that. But I've just been setting everything up and realizing, hey, there's a lot of ways in which I could perfect this over time. But I'm not going to let perfect be the enemy of good or even just okay. So here we are, and I think yeah, seeing a lot of P.F. Young's content and seeing how he consistently, even though you always have disagreements with people, um, and I do have disagreements. I think, or I find myself disagreeing with him. Certainly, I do. I really enjoy. I mean, I enjoy his content, and there's something charismatic, I think, about the authenticity that he displays, and yeah, I believe in that, and I want to be the kind of person who can just be myself on stream as well. So that's why we're here today. I think maybe as a bit of an agenda. Um, there's a few things that I want to do. So, introduction. We've sort of done that. Though maybe I should say start with my name. Hello, my name is Bryce. Bryce, and I want to go into some of my content. But so I guess planning my content direction. I probably also want to practice a few skills. So just speaking to the camera about whatever uh, is probably one skill that I want to practice, and then another would be reacting to a video, maybe even a PF Young video. Um, maybe a PF Young video. I know that he's done some. We probably won't get that meta. No, we won't. But he's done some videos reacting to Jordan Peterson's lectures lately. So if I could do a reaction video to PF Young reacting to Jordan Peterson, but I'm not gonna do that yet, unless it's what the people want. Um, so planning my content direction. Should we do that first? Um, I don't know. Maybe we'll do it very quickly, and then we'll content direction. Starting planning my contact direction. All right, so yeah, we'll start. We'll do this very quickly. just get a quick scaffolding for it, and then we'll go into um, sort of reacting to videos and just generally speaking as well. So, as a general content correction, sort of what are the topics of interest? All right, so we're probably looking at all right, nutrition and health science, uh, ethics, philosophy, um, and you could break philosophy into however many chunks you want. Like, I'm probably a little interested in exploring some formal logic. Um, Probably some debate stuff I'm pretty interested in as well. And I think there's two types. One is the sort of more free-flowing debate, and then there's the kind of linear debate style of like the ask yourself ask yourself and some other people in that circle kind of go by. Um, and then, oh, there we go. Um, so let's have a look here. Something of interest. What else? Politics as well. I'm not sure if, and you'll notice there's a lot here. Do I need to decide on something a little more specific? Maybe a narrower niche to start off with? Maybe, but I think I'm gonna do it a bit more broadly at first, and just see what happens. I have a lot of interests. Actually, I don't know if I have a lot of interests, but I have interests. Buddhism, but more sort of like secular slash everyday Buddhism, and then meditation, which is kind of related to that. Um, and then under philosophy too, sort of like the philosophy of self and free will. Also quite interested in veganism, uh, and this might slot under ethics. I am not a vegan, but I think that I will transition. Um, uh, as for when, I will start soon. Um, Maybe I start my, and all honesty, I don't have a plan. And my I don't have like any people in my life. I don't think. Oh, I might have a few. I think I have one friend who's vegan. But uh, I don't speak to I don't have the opportunity to speak to her that much about it. Uh, so I haven't really come up with a formal plan. But I think. Maybe a starting point could be every week I this is more of a planning thing than a content thing, but I'm gonna write it down anyway for my own reference. Every week I add a new vegan meal to the roster, and then over time I will uh, fade it out, I think. Meat and such. So there'll be more steps than this, but this is, I think, a decent starting step. Um, okay. Anything else? Maybe learning. Like, oh, the hell? What happened there? Okay. Learning. So, um, philosophy in practice, theory. Okay. That that seems pretty good overview. So let's start there and see where it goes. Now let's go to YouTube. And just the reason why I don't have YouTube just here is because I just started this browser. Okay, so yeah, why not? Let's react to a PF Young channel. Um, I think, hmm, something I really I just had a look at myself. You'll notice the background isn't that great either, but over time I'll probably get a little more professional setup. But once again, not going to let perfect be the good of even just okay. Um, and yeah, I think I um I wanna get good at this. I think I could really enjoy it. I think that um potentially, I mean, maybe I'm being too ambitious, but maybe even potentially make a difference. Or, um, in some way or another, play my own little part. And um, I think um, in terms of what impediments I face, I think, I mean, laziness, but that's something that a lot of people face, I think. But besides that, like, what's the source, right? Because I think the reason why people don't do things a lot of the time isn't because they're quote unquote lazy, but I mean, it's when I say this, it's because they don't want to do it, but they're fearful of something. And I think that the extent to which I haven't done this is because I am fearful of something. Am I fearful of judgment? Maybe I'm fearful of saying the wrong thing, maybe being too reductive in my analysis, definitely. I do have of the interest that I have, I think um, there's some broadness to it, like politics, very broad, nutrition, very broad. Um, and I probably do want to say my opinions on things that I'm that um, not as informed about as I could be, which is, I think, a situation that most people are in. But I think that's okay. I do want to, I guess, where I want to go is I want to normalize um, talking about things um, the level of certainty, um, with the level of certainty that is justified. So, for instance, if I don't know much about, I live in Australia, so if I don't know much about the policy of the Liberal Party in Australia, and the Liberal Party in Australia is actually the right wing party, and let's say they want to start implementing more nuclear power stations here, which is one of the things that they want to do, and I don't know too much about it. Uh, you know, I think I want to normalize being able to have a perspective on that, being able to say, hey, from everything I've seen, I think that's good or that's bad, but while communicating a level of certainty that you're justified in having. So I think it would be really cool to move um, the uh, mm, to play my part in moving the online landscape, the conversational landscape everywhere, from a position of um, yeah, I guess I feel like there's too much either hiding from your own perspectives, feeling maybe like because of fear, and I also feel like there's too many people who do have perspectives, maybe not realizing that they don't have the level of certainty. They don't have an appropriate level of certainty. They're not justified in their level of certainty, and then even maybe if in private a person knows that they don't have the justification for the level of certainty, still not communicating that when they talk about the issue. So, for instance, if I was to say something like, "Oh, it's a terrible," even though this is what I've read, I could say something like, "Oh, in Australia, nuclear isn't going to work because we're in too good of a situation with solar energy, and because we don't have any experts here, because we don't have any nuclear power plants, and it's going to take too much money up front, and by the time that all occurs, we're going to have solar and other renewables powering us anyway. So it's not a good investment, right? So I could say all of that, but and even that could even be the side of the politics that I come down on, but um, I would need to also communicate the fact that I have a friend who I've talked to, and he's told me that, and I should look at the camera when I speak. I guess I'm just worried that the audio is not going to be good, but I mean, live and learn. Um, so I could communicate that, um, but uh, but yeah, I have a friend who I've talked to about that. I've read some articles. I've watched a YouTube video or two. A group of friends and we spoke about this once, but am I an expert on the topic? No. Have I dug into the data around the topic? Very little to no, not at all. And so I really don't have the factual underpinnings, the sort of um, field-specific understanding here to be able to levy a strong opinion. Though I might still have high standards of others. So if somebody's talking to me about it, I'm like, man, I don't really know, and they're saying they really know, then I can still what's gotten you there. So ramble over. That was me ticking off this number here, just speaking to the camera about whatever. Though I do want to speak directly into the camera. Let's react to a video. I don't know what I'm going to react to. What's this? Unified Theory of Evolution Meaning, Jordan Peterson, Brett Weinstein. Not a fan of Brett Weinstein. Jordan Peterson, also not a fan of the current incarnation of Jordan Peterson. However, um, sort of psychology professor Jordan Peterson, um, it's probably fair to say I was a fan. Um, and how could you be a PF Young fan without being a fan of that Jordan Peterson? I don't know. Perhaps they exist, but good one to react to here. Oh, is my disconnected? Um, Disconnected. It's reconnecting. Hopefully, I'm not disconnected.